All right. So, if this is your first time listening, welcome to the Message 24 podcast. If you are a return listener, thank you for tuning in every week. We appreciate you guys. Without you, there is no podcast. But if this is your first time listening and you're wondering what this voice is, not what this voice is, whom this voice is, I'm Lakhia.
Yes, and I am the second half of this podcast, and my name is James, and guess what?
What?
We have two wonderful
Close
married,
friend. Yeah.
close friends.
This is our
Very, very excited for this episode.
This is our third or fourth close friends feature. We call all of our guests close friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is the fourth. This is the first in person one.
Yeah, this is our first in-person one, and it's our first married couple.
Yes, so we are kicking off the 20-something and married series with our guests. We'll let our guests introduce themselves, and then we'll jump right in.
Hello, I am Treval Sullivan. We've been married for going on 2 years. We're in our 20s, and we took a big jump when we was young. So, and it's been the best jump ever. So, yeah, that is me, Treval Sullivan.
I'm LaLaya Sullivan, and like you said, we've been married almost 2 years in September, and we've been together for 8 years. So just knowing each other for about 8 years. So yeah, that's us.
I love to see it. I love
love. We love to see love, for sure.
We do. Okay, so we can jump right into our send or delete segment. Mm-hmm. Disclaimer, James came up with the send or deletes this week. I had no parts in those. But this is basically like a this or that, like icebreaker kind of thing. We're super like no pressure. Just so people get to know something like super random about you, basically. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can ask a question because I know like it's on this like starting the podcast. You get very nervous like to start.
Yeah.
This will be a good icebreaker. So, we'll start with you, Treval.
Okay.
Or ladies first.
Okay.
So, would you rather have a speeding ticket or a parking ticket?
I would probably say a parking ticket, only because I kind of think a little bit deeper. I think about like you speed, you can kill somebody. If I'm parked, I ain't hurt nobody. I might just got a little boot on there, but I can pay that later. You can't really replace anybody's life. So that's kind of how I think about it. I would rather have a parking ticket.
Yeah, speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Damn, I was thinking about the money. I didn't even think about killing nobody.
I know, I was thinking about that. What's cheaper?
That would be.
Yeah, I'm like, I won't even think about hurting nobody. That's terrible.
Oh, I asked the same question?
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm going to let you know right now. I'm going with the speeding ticket because you can take it to court and you can get it reduced. And sometimes you can get it took off. To be honest, it depends on what kind of speed.
So have you ever had one like just completely going off your? So you went into court.
We're trying to understand this process.
Okay. So I got pulled over. He said I was going 70 and a 55. So when I got to court, it was like basically my word versus his word, because I told him I was doing 60 and a 55, and they threw it out.
What?
They said the fact that I showed up showed that I kind of telling the truth. So instead of just paying it and going on with your life.
I think with the speeding ticket, I was thinking I'd take a parking ticket over a speeding ticket because I don't want my car insurance to go up.
Oh Lord, yeah.
I was thinking about money.
So when that happened, I was under my mom's car insurance, so it didn't really matter to me how it happened.
See, that's messed up.
Yeah.
She got it.
I didn't think about the car insurance.
That's why I'm like, you're a good person. You think about hurting somebody. I'm thinking about my car insurance going up.
That thing he's up too.
I think for either one of them, I would be super pissed.
Just
to get pulled. I don't want to get pulled over because that's going to take up some of my time. And then a parking ticket, that shit is just annoying. So that's like
I done had so many parking tickets, so many boots on my car. I had to pay $200 in parking ticket fees before they would give me my degree.
Wow.
They said, we will not give you your degree if you don't pay this.
I think you could have skipped this.
I didn't pay
There was
for it.
somebody I know like close that finessed that.
Well, I didn't pay for it. I just tweeted about it, and one of my professors followed me on Twitter, and she loved me so much, and she sent me $200 for my parking fees.
Oh, wow.
I just casually tweeted like, I don't pay $200. I ain't gonna graduate, and she cashed out me $200 for the parking fees.
She wanted you to graduate.
She did. She
I'm
did.
telling you, because it takes them like 3 hours to give you a ticket. Like you really just be sitting right here. And
Oh,
I see what you were saying. Like it takes them forever to get. It takes like 3 hours out your day to get a ticket.
for a speed. Oh, you're saying
That's for a speeding ticket.
to go to court or whatever?
No, just
Or
for a
to-
speeding ticket. Like how long does it take you when you get pulled over and get your license and get it?
Yeah, that's some time.
You're sitting right there.
Knock on wood, I ain't never got a speeding ticket. But have y'all heard the thing where it's like, if you in a car and the police officer tap on your car and be like, hang tight, you going to jail?
Yeah, you definitely going to jail.
They say anytime they tap the hood of that car, they be like, hang tight, you're going to jail.
Just sit comfortably in your car. They can tell you real nice words.
Yeah, you going to jail.
You can take off your seatbelt.
Yeah, it's come with us.
I was with somebody when I got arrested before. That shit was crazy. And the thing is, he's like, all right, hold on. And went, and
Yeah,
she
right.
got her. No, I've been with 2 people that have gotten arrested. That's another story for another day. It was on my birthday, and she got a DUI, and it was a whole thing. Worst birthday ever. I spent the night in the parking lot of the police station. Terrible.
Have y'all ever been to the police station?
Yes.
I've
Not
never-
here, but I've been to one.
I've never been to.
We actually went to jail. Not to jail.
Oh,
we went to the police station because my friend's car broke down and it was stuck in the middle of the highway. Instead of him taking us back to campus, he took us to the police station.
Why?
Ran our names and all.
He wanted to get in the race.
He wanted to so bad. I'm like, bro, we were 19. Ain't nothing on us.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, he took us back to the police station. It felt weird because it actually looks like what you see on movies. Like they book you, you sit inside in a random cubicle and stuff like that. It was retarded.
I would cry.
My coach came
Me
up there.
too.
He raised it up.
Yeah, he should have, because what the hell did he do over there for?
Exactly.
That's stupid. All right, that was an interesting first sentence delete.
Pretty good one. we really got one more for y'all.
Let's do
Would
it.
y'all rather lose sleep or skip a meal?
Skip.
I would rather skip a meal.
We skip meals all the time.
I don't know, I gotta eat.
But not necessarily intentionally. Sometimes we like,
Fall asleep.
or we just constantly going.
Yeah,
So
we're very busy. So like dinner is probably we probably eat dinner like 4 times out the week. Some days we just fall asleep.
That's interesting.
but we could have ate like a big lunch, and then it kind of just held us over. And then by the time it's time for us to go to bed, we're like just tired.
But for sleep, y'all gotta have y'all sleep.
Gotta have
We gotta have our sleep.
I gotta
we
eat.
both be
Gotta
we both
have
be
that.
sleep.
Tell you.
But
Sleep
when
be
it's
good.
time to eat, it's time to eat. Like when we hungry, we be like, okay, get my food right now.
So it sounds like y'all like bulk eat. So it's not like y'all eat 2 big meals out of the day and be good.
Sometimes, but then sometimes we just don't eat. Like let's say just being busy. You don't think about eating. By the time you think about eating, you got in the shower.
You sleep.
Yeah.
I'm in the bed now. Now I got to get up and unthaw the food and wait for it to unthaw. But one time I did try to unthaw the food, and while I was thawing, I fell asleep on the couch. Woke up the next morning like, I guess I ate a little bit.
Yeah.
That leads right into our help center segment. I guess we can jump straight in there, because one of the things they said just made me think about something. I often say that I know that I'm not ready to have a child right now because I will forget to eat, and I don't feel like I'm responsible enough to have a child. So do you think having a child has made y'all be more structured and like you have a set schedule to do things? Because I feel like sometimes I'm all over the place. I don't have a set schedule, but I know you have a child. Like I guess you're
We're
supposed
assuming.
to be structured. I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know.
I will.
Okay, she's gonna go first.
Okay.
Well, okay, so we didn't necessarily say that in our introduction either, that we do have a 2-year-old, Alani. And yeah, I would say like we were thinking the same thing when we first found out, I was pregnant and stuff. We were like, okay, well, we got to make sure we tend to her and make sure she's good. But for us, I think it's pretty easy for us to kind of remember, because it's just like, this person is dependent on you. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to make sure they have everything they need.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't have anything, I won't eat all day, but I'll make sure she done ate like 3 or 4 times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make sure that child eats. If that child doesn't eat, she's gonna let you know that she hasn't.
Yeah. Well, now.
Yeah, she does. She definitely lets us know that she hasn't ate. Like, she knows how to say pancake. She'll eat pancakes all day.
Oh.
But I feel like I like the on her schedule. It was more structured. Like, as Lonnie ate, it's always how she ate. Has somebody changed her, somebody bathed her, bathed her, anything like that. I like the structure. Like, we have calendars on almost every wall in the house now, and we have our own little personal books and stuff like that. Sometimes we still don't go by the schedule, but it's always good to at least know a little something.
Mm-hmm.
When I have things going on, or she has things going on, Lonnie needs to be somewhere, or one of our grandparents wants to get her. We all got to be on the same page.
Right.
And then once she got in daycare, we really had to be on the schedule.
Yeah. I think it helped too, just both of us saying like, okay, well, we know during these times this is what needs to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's crying, this is what might be wrong, and we just try all of the list, and then if none of these work, we know something else is wrong that's not on our list. But yeah, that's what I would say.
I think that's pretty dope that y'all have calendars in each room. I feel like that would keep you seeing, okay, what we're supposed to be doing today, because I know I would get carried away.
I'm telling you, will. I'm telling you. Then raise them up to be independent. Like, we let our daughter do like stuff by herself.
Yeah.
So she like, there's times that we can just sit on the couch and just put her down, and she'll go do whatever she
She'll
wants.
play with her toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She'll tell you she wants some milk.
Yep.
Or if she's like, I want some pancakes.
Yep. Pancakes. Pancakes. That's what she said.
Yeah.
She wants her iPad. She say she say backpack or iPad.
Yeah. But I think it's really easy to adjust, because I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't ready at first. Because like we were both like, it was like a scary moment for both of us, and we were just like, we don't really know what to do. Like we're in this 1-bedroom apartment, and what are we gonna do with a baby?
Yeah.
So it was like he was just like nervous, like how are we gonna adjust, and all of that. So it kind of just helped once I was just like, okay, well, this is what we gotta do. Just set out the schedule, and I think that's how the calendar thing kind of helped too, and just having that set schedule of, okay, well, this is how we should do it, and it'll help us line everything up.
And I found out when I was at the gym, so I couldn't even like work out or do anything. I couldn't focus. She sent me the picture of it. I was like, well, I'm on the way.
Oh, Lord.
And when we got there, we figured it. We found out, I was like, I was young too. Like, I didn't know how to raise a child. Like, I had one child experiment when we was in middle school. I had to take the baby home, and I failed that.
Gotcha.
I had a whole lot of head trauma because I didn't know how to hold a baby dog.
Gosh.
Gotcha.
But just understanding that was, I said, when we were scared, but we tackled it. And I said, now that we see how our daughter is, and I'm not gonna, we compare to other babies, I'm like, we actually did really good with her.
What would be maybe some of your advice? And I'm sorry if I'm jumping off from the questions or whatever. But like, I think I've held a baby, but I haven't held many babies at all, and I don't have any, like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to handle younger children. So would y'all have any like advice as to how to go about that, or how to transition if you haven't?
I never held a baby since forever. So that teach me. Like, when I'm talking about like now with my child, but when I had my child, I didn't know how to hold her. They had to teach me how to hold her head together, and then I suck at changing diapers. I use 115 wipes. I swear to you. She'll use like 2, and I'll go through a whole packet trying to wipe her off. I had to learn how to be a father. And a lot of times, us as males, like, it takes a long time to mature into that father role. Like, we're still young. It's a baby to us, but to a woman, just because they birthed them, they're more connected. They more like take the time. She had to teach me everything about taking care of a baby.
Gotcha.
So
I would say definitely hold their head. Because their necks just like go everywhere. So the best thing is head and the crease of your, what is this, like your elbow. Like, that's the best thing when you're holding a baby. But other than that, they feed off of your energy.
Yes.
So if you're like really scared and nervous, they're gonna feel the same thing.
Gotcha.
and they'll be crying and like all antsy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just calm and everything, they'll be calm too.
That's the number one thing we'll tell young parents: stay positive. Like with a child, because the child really does feel when stuff are negative. Like you can try to talk it out, but they can really feel it. Stay positive, stay happy, stay a family. Gotcha. We had to learn that. Just stay a family, stay happy, and then our daughter is the most happiest person now.
So that energy.
Yeah, they can really feel it. Scary too, because they really can feel like when you're down.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. This is off topic, but when you were talking about the multiple calendars and how structured that is, it started making me think about zodiac signs. What are y'all zodiac signs?
He's a Virgo, I'm a Leo.
I knew one of you were an earth sign because I'm a Capricorn, and during the school year, I have like 2 planners. I have a calendar on my phone and a calendar on my wall. I'm like, that's super structured. That is a earth sign. I knew it.
Yeah.
Like I'm never calm when stuff is not structured. Like like when I'm balancing finances or anything. Like if stuff isn't together, I'm never calm. I'm always like, I just always feel like unsettled if stuff is not together. I have a personal planner. I have a goal book. I have another calendar planner. I have a calendar on our door before the garage, and I also have a calendar at my desk. And I keep up with it. Like one day this week, she was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "I got a game today." She was like, "I didn't know you had a game." It's on the calendar right beside the garage. Look at it. Like I'm really good with structure. And she's really good with adapting. She's very good with adapting.
I knew it was earth sign energy. I knew one of you had to be an earth sign. So while we're on the topic, being married and being parents, I guess I can go ahead and ask this question. So how did having a kid change the dynamic of your relationship, if it changed it at all? And if it changed it, how were you all able to like navigate through that, basically?
You want to answer? All right.
Okay.
She's going to answer first. I'll pick you back off of it.
I could say, no, you go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
The child really has. I wouldn't say it changed us because we start the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Like we lost a lot of weight because a child's gonna make you lose weight. A lot of people don't know that.
I thought it made you gain weight.
No, they make you lose weight. Like if you look at the pictures from us in our wedding compared to what we are now, we are a lot smaller than we was in our wedding. So but child really changed us as far as like thinking about everything. To be honest, like, everything involves them. But at the same time, we just learned from our past experience with our parents and all that. Putting our marriage first has always been the best thing. Putting your relationship first. When a child sees that, they feed off of that. So you start putting the child first, then you're gonna start putting the child in the middle of your marriage and all that type of stuff. So it has changed us. I feel like it changed us for the better because I didn't want to get caught up in that. So having her, she's everywhere too. Like that's a forever commitment. Even if they turn 19 and 20, they're going this year forever commitment. You're gonna call them. You're gonna miss them. She's gonna get older. I gotta pay for a wedding because I got a daughter. So now I'm planning for that. So I gotta save like $80,000 because I already know she's gonna come with a big wedding. But it really did. It changed me. It helped me understand women like a little better. Like understand like you gotta be a dad is gonna be more gentle with a little girl than a little boy. I'm more gentle. I'm more patient. I don't like her mad. So like when the baby starts crying, I'm like, hey, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
She wants some candy. Give her some candy. It's 12 o'clock at night. I don't care. Give her some candy. Like, give her some goddamn candy. She wants some candy. She wants some gummies. She wants some pancakes. She wants something to drink. Just give her something to make her stop crying. As a father, you want to fix everything. You don't want to hear your daughter cry. So yeah, it's helped me out in my job too because I got patience.
Gotcha. So it built that skill.
It did build a lot of patience having a baby. What you say?
I would say it does build a lot of patience, especially in the relationship because, you don't, like you said, you don't want to put the child first and forget about the relationship because that can just turn the whole thing sideways. That's how a lot of people end up just going part ways. You forget about why y'all even are together. Like you're together. If you weren't together, you wouldn't even have the child.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it did help us a lot.
That's fine.
Okay.
But so when you said don't put the child first, what does that kind of look like? Because I'm just trying to think of something that where you're putting the child first, but you're not.
Date night.
Like,
Date night is the biggest thing. Like, find a babysitter. Like, we could sit at home and watch movies with our child and have a family time, but put your marriage before family time. So let's plan trips. We travel all the time. So let's plan trips for just me and you. We're gonna go out. We're gonna enjoy. Of course, we're gonna call our daughter all the time, all that type of stuff. But it's time for me and you to enjoy. So we'll plan our trip before we plan our family trip.
Gotcha.
So it's more like that, and then putting the baby to sleep, and then making sure that y'all are still on the same page. I feel like I personally feel like that you should really put your marriage first, because what we grew up in is that our parents put us first, and both our parents didn't make it. Like they all found somewhere else, but they didn't make it with the original two that has. So us seeing that was like, our family loves us to death. Like, our family go to war for both of us, but our parents won't go to war for their marriage or stuff, or whoever, how they were together. And we kind of grew up and we kind of figured out the way, like, I'm gonna go to war for her, like, because one day her and my daughter might get into it, or me and my daughter might get into it, and you have to pick a side. And the day you need to pick your other side, and then, discipline that way. And then when she sees it by example. So when she does get married, it's just more of a domino effect when it comes to family.
Yeah, I say just because it's not like you're forgetting about the child. It's just you can't, like I said, forget about where you started.
Yeah.
Because some people get so tied up in, okay, well, these are the kids. We got to make sure they're okay, which they're always going to be okay. But your kids coming in seeing you okay together, married or in a relationship, they're going to say, okay, well, I see this is how it should go, or how I'm supposed to be whenever I get older. And just not forgetting about your relationship with each other first, and then saying, okay, well, I still want to make sure my child is okay.
And to piggyback off that, a lot of parents stay together for the child, not for the relationship. So once the child is going off to college or going over their thing, they're in the house with a stranger.
Basically.
Because they haven't talked, they haven't learned about each other for the past 13, 14, however long.
18 years.
18 years. Like,
18
I'm in here
years
with a complete stranger.
I definitely can. You know,
Oh,
I definitely can see how that happens, just because, like, I feel like I was maybe not a product of that, but my parents, like, as soon as they had me when I was 20. When they were 20. So that whole 18 years plus, they were putting all of their effort, all of their energy into me and my brother. And once we left the house, it's like, they were like, dang, what are we gonna do? What are we? They had their own goals, but it's like once that empty house takes full effect, they have to start thinking about, okay, what are some other things to life past just investing all your energy into kids? And I like that. I like the fact that they have to do that, but that's good that y'all mentioned that throughout the relationship, throughout that time, you should be putting each other first, and the kids know those things. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty dope.
I really like hearing that. And one of the things I admire a lot about, like, our generation is most of us have realized that our parents did the best they could with what they had. And now we've learned from their mistakes, and we're creating the healthy family dynamics that we want to have. Because that's how it starts. Like, them putting their marriage first, showing their daughter that, then when she will grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like, she understands that already. So I think that's really, really beautiful to see. I love seeing all the Black people in therapy and healing themselves, and you know what I'm saying, just unlearning unhealthy behaviors that we might have picked up when we were younger. I really love to see that so much. All right, so I know we jumped straight to where you have the baby now, but could you all tell us how you met each other? Because you said you guys have been dating for 8 years. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Take us back to the beginning.
I like to say, I like the person saying we met each other on accident.
Ooh.
It was.
It was very on accident.
Yeah.
We were third wheeling for other people.
Not y'all was wingmen.
Yeah, we definitely was. We was third wheeling for other people. My friend needed a ride somewhere. My friend was dating her friend, and she was there with her friend.
Yeah, I was at my friend's house, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to this guy, and he want to go bowling," and I was just like, "Okay, well, I'm staying the night at your house, so I'm going wherever you going."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, he's gonna bring one of his friends," and I was just like, "What does his friend look like?"
Send a picture.
I know. I was just like, "What does his friend look like?"
Yeah.
But it ended up being another guy that wasn't him.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when I got there, I was just like, well, I'm not trying to be in a relationship because my motto then was niggas ain't shit.
How old were y'all then?
We were still in high school. I was still in high school.
I was senior. I was 18.
So I was like
I just turned
16.
No, I was.
No,
it
I was
just
like
it was
17.
No, it was right before that. I was 17, and then I turned 18 when we got together. Well, I was already turned 18 when we got together. We met in July.
Yeah,
My birthday
something
came
like
in
that.
August, and then we got together in September.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a whole thing of when we got there. It was like I was just like, well, who is this?
And I was
It's
talking
not the
to
person in the picture, but
Yeah.
I was just like, whatever. And he was trying to talk to me and stuff. And I was just like, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. Or I'm not trying to talk to nobody because I told him niggas ain't shit.
She put me now like she said I was trying to talk to her. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story. So my friend was at my house and he was going to the bowling alley. He had somebody else taking him. I was talking to someone at the moment. So he had somebody taking him, and then he canceled on him. So he was like, dang, I was the only person with a car. Mm-hmm. He was like, can you take me? I'm like, yeah, I don't mind dropping you off at the bowling alley. He's like, but you gotta stay. I was like, why I gotta stay? He's like, cause I need a ride back. So I'm like, okay. I was like, he does his little puppy dog eyes. I'm like, I gotta go, man. So I went, and I'm not gonna lie, when I showed up, I was not even focused. I'm just gonna sit right here, give me some nachos or something while you do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I saw LaLaya, and I'm not gonna lie, she was very gorgeous. Like,
Oh.
I don't want to sound fucked up, but the person I was talking to did not look as good as her.
Well.
So I was like, yeah, a lot of stuff going out the door right now. So like when I saw her, and then like we was chilling at the little table at the bowling alley, and then our friends left us together. Like they left and went to go play like
they
video
set
games
y'all up.
and stuff.
Yeah, basically said
They said y'all up.
So then they left, and then I was like, so I ain't got no boyfriend. She was like, niggas ain't shit. I was like, oh, I got this type of girl in front of me. Say, long story short, she ended up finding out about the person I was talking to.
Oh.
So then I had to leave her, and then I had to leave her. Like it was a executive decision. It was a very good decision.
But
You chose your wife, so.
so the funny thing is
Oh
this
my God.
same night we had our first kiss.
Yeah, we kissed on our first night.
Oh.
Literally.
So we kissed that night.
She went through with it. It was really on her.
But how did it go from niggas ain't shit to kissing?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what I was thinking.
Put that
but,
Mac on. I'm trying to tell you.
But yeah, we did kiss that night. Because I think he was just like.
We was about to go. And we was like, I'm about to go. And he kissed Kiana. I'm like, I'm going to go in for it.
You saying people names and stuff.
Oh, I'm tripping. Sorry. But,
I don't
yeah.
think we have any ops.
But yeah, I was like, I'm going to go for it. So I waited for it. And she went back for it. And then, like that kiss, I was like, dang, I was in the car. Like, bro, she really kissed me. He was like, that's your girlfriend now. I was like, yes, my
Y'all
girlfriend.
good together.
Yeah. That's how we
It
met.
was fun, yeah. And our friends aren't together no more, but we stayed together. It was great.
Yeah. We still know them though.
I
Yeah,
was
we still-
definitely going to ask her, they still together.
No.
No.
Because that would have
not
been crazy.
together. No, not together, but they're separate ways.
This is off topic, but I would love to hear more about the vacation business. And we will jump back to relationship stuff. But
Great.
I'm very interested in hearing about this.
Well, our big thing is we have an annual couples trip every year.
Okay.
We actually just had one. We booked a big villa. Everybody has their own in-suite room. In-suite room, in-suite bathroom. We always book a pool table, basketball courts. Everything for like men and women to communicate and all that. And our weekend is actually full of, every day is a topic for relationships where you forget. So the first day is like, building a foundation. So we play games every night for like money or whatever. We play games every night, and the games, when you win the game with your other, you win the money, and then basically you find out like little things. They may say like, what's your favorite thing to see me in? A lot of people, when we're busy, especially in like corporate workers and all that, we take away from our marriage.
Yeah.
Marriage or relationship, because we're so busy all the time. So we take these 4 days to basically rekindle all that. So our first day is building a foundation. Second day is infatuation. Sorry, hope I'm saying that right. Third day is intimacy, and then we fourth day is reassurance.
Okay.
So when you start building a foundation, you start like the little things that matter when y'all first met. Infatuation mean like everything's going good. Let's figure out a little bit more about each other. I'm really excited to learn about you. Intimacy is when the sex comes in. Like eventually you can be like, I think I'm ready to give myself to him. I think I'm ready to give myself third. So we have like intimacy games, which gets really good. Like bring out whipped cream, strawberries, all of that type of stuff. Like I got videos I can show y'all out there. And then reassurance night is a night where you take the time to tell your other how much you appreciate them. And this year was actually, the couple trip was amazing. We booked an 8-bedroom villa. We only took 6 couples, so we had 6 couples, so we had 2 extra bedrooms. But 8-bedroom villa every night. We also have an elevators night too, the night where you get like really dressed up, and we go out to like a 5-star restaurant, and all that type of stuff. And you get like real dressed up, and then the guy standing down on the end of the stairwell, and we watch our other come down and see what she have on. We don't see what they have on. Intimacy nights with pajamas with lingerie underneath. So this year it was really good. Our reinsurance night, it was so many tears. Many tears was dropped that night. Wow. Hearing somebody talk about each other, and our the stories was amazing. How they met and how much they loved each other, and like the unique stuff that made them love each other. Everybody was crying, and then what else happened? We got a proposal. We got a proposal right before the elegant night. So after everybody got dressed up and that she came down, we got a proposal. And that's our thing, is building love, because we've grown up to marriage is a negative thing in our generation. So we're trying to turn it back positive and keep it fun. A lot of people see marriages and like, dang, you better be married, but nagging all the time and all that type of stuff. Me and LaLaya, we don't do that. We try our best not to go in that route. So actually learning about it, and then seeing the other couples. This is one couple that we played a game where you would think you would miss all of these questions. One time they had a question. They said, how much sex should you have a week with your other? And she had to write it down, and he had to say the exact number. Tell me what she wrote down. 20 to 30 times.
A week?
So she said 30 at the minimum, and she said
20 at the minimum
and 30 at the max.
She wanted to have sex 20 times a week?
Yes.
Girl.
But you gotta guess what he said.
That's a couple that got proposed. That's probably got proposed to.
Did they say the same thing?
He said the same
thing.
exact
And he was, and the thing is, he was like, I was gonna say this, but he's like, I think she put like 20 at the minimum and 30 at the max. I mean, we was all like,
20 times a week?
I was like, there's no way in hell did you guess that correctly. There's
like,
no
what?
way. Every question they got it right.
Before?
Exactly.
But that's a lot.
And this is our fourth.
That's a lot.
This is our fourth annual. This is our 4th year having the couple trip. This is the first time ever we seen somebody get every question right. And then he proposed to her. So I was like, what I saw, I told him personally, like what I saw in the game night, it showed that y'all were ready.
In tune.
It was beautiful. Like, it was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. So yeah, we have them every year. We're real big on them. We're real big on spreading back love. And then we have our own vacation business where we help couples travel, luxury travel. So our TikTok shows our luxuries. I've sent you a couple of videos.
And that thing has grown crazy too.
Yeah, we got 13K. So But yeah, we got another big one coming up in a month, about 39 days. Yep. We're going to Jamaica, and we got a really nice resort.
Well, definitely send us like your TikTok name, your business name, all that stuff, so we can put it in the description of our episode, so our listeners can go and check it out. I know I'm about to go be looking myself.
It is fun.
Yeah, that's some nice stuff.
We love love. That's one thing about it. Like, that's one thing we didn't grow up around. And I want all my friends to be married, and if you're gonna date date for real.
Yeah. Oh
Be
my
intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be intentional.
You'll like it. We have our Maldives trip on there.
Yeah.
We went to South Asia.
Yeah, they got a lot of dope videos.
Cancun.
I'm trying to get like y'all.
Can't tell everything. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely send us that so we can put it in the description. I had to ask because I love to travel. We love to travel.
Yes.
So
If y'all ever want to travel together, we're always down for that. Couples travels, we love it.
I would love to do it.
Yes.
That's feel like one of my life goals. To do a couples trip. Okay. All right. Did you want to do one of these?
You can run the show.
I want to run the show. It's the us show. Okay, so how did you know that things were getting serious in your relationship and that you both were ready for marriage?
We just was talking about this. You want to go first? Or you want me to do it?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I feel like so we.
Tell the truth.
I mean, we really. I'm not gonna say that this whole like 8-9 years that everything was just perfect because we did have a lot of like rocky times, especially like when he was in college and we were like 3 hours away from each other.
Yeah.
I was in school, he was in school, so it was a lot. So we did have times where we did like separate a little, and it was just this one time that I felt like it was like we separated for a little while, and I felt like I got myself together, and I was like, well, I'm doing my own thing, you know, whatever. And then he was kind of doing his own thing, and just out of nowhere, he kind of came back and was like, you know, I feel like I'm ready to, you know, just settle down, and you know, I'm really serious, and I don't know, I just felt like when he called me that time, I felt like he was really serious about it. And I was like, if he mess up this time, that's it.
It's a done deal.
But I felt like I could just hear it in his voice, like he was very serious, and he was like, okay, well, I'm really serious about this and want to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was the time where, for me, that I felt like it was like really serious in our relationship.
For me, I mean, her talked about it. It was when she moved in. Like, she moved to Shaw, and I was like, she's really here. Like we're really doing this. Like, because all my life, like, you know, I've always, I mean, guys were very, well, I don't want to say guys, but I was very emotionally unstable. Like, you know, one day I want you, one day I won't.
Gotcha.
Just growing up, I mean, like, being a college athlete didn't help out none. So, because, like, you meet different females all the time, and everybody has something else to give.
Yeah.
So, like, we talked about it my senior year about being married. I don't really know if I'm gonna be married because it's like so much world to see. But I mean, I never got tired of looking at her. Just being honest, that's really hard to say. Like, for a lot of guys, like my wife was beautiful every day, no makeup, no anything, not even her hair done. Like, she looks beautiful. She don't have a skincare routine. Her skin is like flawless. I'm like,
Your skin
that's just different. That's just different. Like, something that a lot of men don't get. Like, you know. So I never got tired of looking out. I was like, dang, man. Like, she's been around through all. Like, she let me grow as a man. Like, you know, the last straw. I knew it was the last straw. I'm not gonna lie. Because I told him, I was talking to my friends. I was like, yeah, I think I'll be really serious with LaLaya. Everybody like, you say that shit every weekend. Like, you know, like, you're like, then y'all break up, but I was really serious. You know, I had to learn. I had to teach myself how to like be like, you need to really be serious with this girl, because like, I felt like when I talked to her, like, this is the last straw. Like, you know, ain't no coming back after this. And you know, it's cute dolls and fraternities out here. I ain't want nobody to grab her. Like, you know, when she get picked up at a party, it's kind of over with. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't want nobody to be strolling in front of her like, oh, now she in love with the shoulders now. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different, but you know, I was an athlete, but that time was running out. Like, you know, you didn't get 4 years, and once that, you just a regular guy. Yeah. But I say that last time, I was like, yeah, when she moved in, I was like, we really doing this. Like, I have no space anymore. Like, you're really in my face, like, every day. That's why I was like, I might as well do. I might as well take it for the ride. Now you're right here. Like, I can't even see myself kicking you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you live here. You got a job here. Like, you live here. So yeah, let's go the full route with it. So then once my mind came to that, it was a beautiful thing. because there was a lot of growing that I had to do. I had to grow to really love her and love myself. You gotta love yourself first. Which a lot of people don't do. They try to love the person and then lose themselves. No, find yourself and then see if she works into who you are.
That's gonna be
$1
the
million
clip.
worth of game right there.
That's gonna be the clip. I'm already knowing. I know that's gonna be the
So
clip.
yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, I've learned to love myself. And then once I started loving myself, her being there, she started loving who I was. I was like, she really loves me for me and what makes me happy, whether it's me going to the gym, laughing, me talking out of turn. She hates that, but she loves it at the same time. So it's like, I was like, she really loves me for who I am. But the first thing in any marriage, any relationship is learn how to make yourself happy and see if that person likes you being happy on your own. If you like working out, she like every time you go to the gym, like she's pissed off at you, then she might not be the one for you. But she's somebody to be like, yeah, I see you working out, just say you work out 4 days out of the week, so 3 days, like, let's go to the movies. Somebody who's willing to compromise is really good to have in your life.
Yeah, I think, and then we both had like very similar goals too. Like we kind of, like during that conversation, we were like, okay, well, like where do we see ourselves? And we were both like, I was like, well, I want to live in Charlotte. And he was like, well, he wanted to. So with our careers, and we were like, okay, well, we know we're both very like headstrong on what we want to do. And we could help each other get to that point. So.
You'll be amazed, we're yin and yang. Like, stuff I don't know, she knows. Stuff she doesn't know, I know. My friend told me that the other day we went to Houston. He was like, now I realize, like, everything you don't know, LaLaya comes through. Everything she doesn't know, you come through. It's a beautiful thing to see that. I was like, yeah, like, really, like.
I can't remember what
The other day I was asking about deductibles. I didn't know what a deductible was. she knew exactly what it was. Like, it's like, you really helped me out because I didn't know what a deductible was. And then she'd ask me anything, like little things, like what places are at and all that type of stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, this is where it's at, or this is what it is. It's just like little things like that. You start realizing, like, I don't know how it would function without you.
Yeah.
Right. It's the voids that you have,
Yeah.
that you feel. So.
Wow. I just can't stop smiling. My cheeks hurt. I'm smiling so much. If y'all are looking at this video on YouTube, you will see me cheesing this entire time. I cannot stop smiling.
I always tell people our cups are both half full, and when we're both together, they're both is overflowing because I can help out where she needs help out. She helps out where I need help.
That is beautiful.
That is.
Did y'all get any slack for getting married so young? I know there are some people who are like, you need to live your life, you need to do this before you decide to get married and have kids. Like, did y'all get any of that?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got it a lot. Especially with our daughter too.
Oh, the daughter! Oh
But,
my God!
Yeah, because we got married. So we had our daughter in May of 2020.
We got married.
And we got married in September
Okay.
of 2020.
Now we were engaged before she got pregnant. So we
Okay.
got engaged in June of 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and then she got pregnant in September of 2019.
Yeah. So we did get a lot of people saying like, "You sure?" Because we planned our wedding out like a year and a half out. That was before COVID.
Yeah.
But it was like a lot of our family was just like, "Y'all sure? Y'all don't want to wait a couple of years, or even with our daughter, or like, how are y'all gonna do this? And y'all not, we're just like, and me, I'm the type of person, I don't care about what other people say. So I'm like, we're gonna do whatever we do, and if we're gonna do it ourselves, then that's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're the ones that are fixing our own path. Like, we are putting our steps in. Like, we doing it. So we'll figure it out, even if it's the hard way.
Exactly.
So that's just, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. God blesses you when you take on what He gives you. I believe that. Because everything that happened to us, it's not ideal, but we took it on, and then He blessed us with the cars to make sure the baby had room, and we had enough room to be family. Blessed us with the house. Blessed us with the finances we needed to have to have a child. So I feel like once God gives you something and you take it, you're like, okay, we don't like what's happening, we don't agree with it, but we were trusting you, God, to give us what we wanted. I mean, give us what this is. So we're gonna just go with your path, and it actually turned out very well.
Yeah, and then especially because like we're homeowners too, so you know with that, like we had that, the wedding, a baby, and you know cars, you know that we were trying to do, but that's like I said, we had our goals, and we're like, okay, well these are the things that we want to do, so can't nobody stop what we want to do.
Yeah,
And we were so headstrong with us against the world. And
Yeah.
that's what I really loved about it. And I made that my post of our New Year's post last year. Like, you know, my goal was to you asked me what I want to do in my life, and I told you my goal was to take her to the world. And she said me too. It really was something like smooth. I had added smooth. They said a spouse is a representation of you. I told you my goal was to take her to the world, and she said me too.
It's good.
So yeah, so like once we was in that mode, like it was us against the world. We could care
And I
less
feel
what
like we still
anybody
are
can say.
too,
Yeah.
though. Like we still got a lot of things like in our minds and written down that we want to do.
And it's amazing seeing it happen. Like we said it's gonna happen. Now it
Yeah.
happened.
And I love that. Like, y'all don't care what other people think. You know, y'all are the one handling your business.
Yeah.
Handling your finance. Y'all are the one making the decisions. So, what everybody else thinks, says, adds their input, it really,
Yeah,
really don't matter.
yeah.
Like they'll tell us and we just go do what we want to do. I told you not to do it, but you see we're at where we want to be at.
Yeah.
You told us not to go get a house because we're so young, and now we done built the house and our interest rate is crazy low
Right.
compared to because the time that we got it, and our house appreciated for more than like 200 some thousand. So you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't on their time, it wasn't on our time, it was God's time.
Right.
It all went through, the loan, everything went through.
Right.
So you know, if it wasn't for us, nothing would have went through.
It's awesome.
we say that a lot. We have plans and things that we want to do, but ultimately it's God's plan, and what God has for us is bigger than anything we ever could have imagined for ourselves. So I'm a strong believer in
I'm
that.
telling
You want something to God, be like, well, I got this. So watch this. Let me show you
Don't
this.
even worry about it.
Pretty much.
And that's what a couple of my kinfolk told me. It was like, you know, y'all going to Maldives, y'all can wait till you're like 40, 50, you know, retired, y'all can enjoy it.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
well,
want to be young and sexy. Why am I
Yeah,
in my
so-
40s?
I'm like, yo, and then they see it happen. I saw it happen. I was like, this God wanted it to happen. Like, you know, everything went through. We had money. We had the money to pay for it.
Because we made sure we got there.
Yeah, we got
and the
there.
baby was okay.
The baby was
She
okay.
Very prepared.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people was really bad about that too.
People will push their thoughts
Yes, there are limitations on it.
Yes, there are limitations. That's why you have to be careful about who
Yeah.
you surround yourself with. So,
Because, like, I mean, when we still want to travel when we're like 50, 40, but like I don't want to just be like, oh, well, in 10 years, like he said, in 20 years, we're going to go to, Turks and Caicos in 10 years. Like, no.
That's our
Like,
big
I want to
thing.
go next year.
Exactly.
That's our big thing with couples. We tell them all the time, because our business is about couples.
right.
But then I tell the people like who talk to me all the time, like, build these memories now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you don't wait till you're 50, 60, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Build them now. It's beautiful that like the memories. Like we'll probably never go to Maldives again, but the memories that we have from there are like beautiful. And then we're with the person that we want to build them with. Live your life. That's one thing. I don't agree with a lot of stuff Gen Z do,
Like
but you know,
50 years.
one thing Gen Z does do is live their life.
Yeah.
So we've learned how to live, and like the places we've been, like we'll probably never go back again. But we're glad that we got to experience this now with each other. And stuff like that, instead of us waiting 40 years, because anything happens, you know, car problems, anything happens.
And what y'all said, that was a message for me, because that's something that I kind of dropped the ball on this year. With us taking like a nice vacation, all that, I was just grind mode. But that time is not promised, so
Yeah.
that's definitely something that I would take away from this.
The memories.
Yeah,
If it's just 3 pictures, the memories, like that was a fun trip. Like,
Even if it's just like a weekend, like, because we try to, like, 'cause
Push
we
it
know
in.
he worked Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
My schedule is kind of like flexible, but even if we leave like on a Friday and come back on like a Sunday,
we'll
It's
mind
still-
that,
you know, a good trip. Because I think we did that when we went to Cancun
Yes.
last year. We just went on a Friday and came back Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But we still, like, we had, like, a really good time. We were, like, drunk the whole time.
Yeah.
But,
That's the only place I would drink tequila at.
yeah.
You act like you gotta drink tequila.
Exactly.
You gotta drink tequila.
Yeah.
But it was, like, that was, like, the best 2 days ever. Because we were drinking, like, we went on an excursion all day. Like, that was probably, like, the best vacation. So even if it's just, like, a day, 2 days, you know, it's still worth it in the end.
Enjoy the experience.
I agree. Because even when we went to Puerto Rico, it was a hot mess. Puerto Rico was a hot
Puerto Rico
mess.
was not
For real?
what I thought.
The
it was
power
gonna
went
be.
out.
Yeah,
it was-
power went.
That's,
We came back to the Airbnb. It was no power. We went to the rainforest. We should have expected rain in the rainforest.
Yeah.
It rained while we was there, but we still had a really
ironically, it rained in the rainforest.
It rained in the rainforest. We was thinking we were gonna hike the whole trail. We was falling. Didn't.
Oh.
It was a hot mess, but we still had a really, really good
It's
time.
a experience we will forever remember.
Yeah.
I will never forget. He
Yeah.
made me climb up a waterfall.
If we gonna go to the rainforest and I see this big ass waterfall, you think I'm not about to climb that shit?
got
It's
to.
beautiful.
I'm telling
Climb the waterfall?
Yes.
All the slippery moss and everything. I about bust my ass a few times,
Oh,
but
wow.
I did
That's
bust
what
my
I'm talking
ass.
about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the fun stuff. You know, we swam in a natural pool in Cancun, and I like slipped off the zip line.
Yeah.
I fell on my back in the
Ooh.
water.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should hear the video. Like literally, she recorded me, and he told me to let go, like before it gets to the stopper, because you're gonna flip.
Ooh.
And I didn't do it. And I tried to let go before it gets stopped, but I guess I let go too late. And all you hear is him in the video after I smacked my back on the water.
Ooh.
All you hear him say, "He didn't listen." She said, "Yeah, he didn't listen.
Yeah.
He didn't listen at all."
Oh my god.
But that was
sounds so fun.
Yeah.
It does. All right, we low-key coming up on time, but I feel like we can't leave without asking this question. Although they kind of answered it a little bit already.
drop the ball. Drop it.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give for anyone who has a desire to be married one day? That's young, in their 20s, grinding right now. What advice would you both give?
She's gonna piggyback off of this, but I say a lot of things that a lot of people don't really listen to. I'll honestly say that it's like if you could think of 3 things that a relationship has to have outside of loyalty and all the generic things, what would you say?
Love.
Outside of that, like
It's the generic.
things, like 3 things that make a relationship go. Like, what does your wife have to have?
Just tell him.
I personally say, look, 3 things that make a marriage go. What my wife has to have. I would say looks, and it's crazy because it's very off subject. Looks, body, and sex. Outside of the loyalty and all that, we all know how relationships go. You're supposed to be loyal and all that type of stuff. But I feel like those little things, a lot of people don't know, like those little things go a long way. They go a long way because I don't ever want to be tired of looking at you. I want pictures of you. I don't want you on the front of my screen and all that. And like, to be honest, at the end of the day, we want kids. We want to grow our family, but we want to have fun doing it. We want to enjoy it.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. Like personality and all that, that's generic. Like, that's gonna make you marry her, but what's gonna keep it spicy? What's gonna keep it spontaneous? What's gonna keep it surprising? I would say honestly, in a relationship, you need to stay spontaneous, stay surprising, keep them guessing, make them feel good. Like, you know, like make them feel good, and that's one thing I've learned for sure. And she's gonna piggyback off of this, but like basically, communication is a big thing, and communicate very well. Like, even if it sounds so messed up, like, I'm sorry, babe, this is gonna sound really messed up, but this is what I'm thinking, and let them understand and try to make logic of what you're saying. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be out the way, but this is what I'm thinking, and don't go into it too emotionally. Like, you know, really listen to them like a person you don't know, like, and then try to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, what he's saying, I would say compromising in communication, because in my opinion, those are like the main 2 things. With communication, like, even if it's like he said, if you don't like something, you know, addressing it then. Don't go to sleep mad about stuff because you don't know if people are going to wake up the next day.
Yeah.
Like, communicating as in, like, why are the dishes there? Can you please put up the dishes? Or anything like that. Just make sure you're communicating within each other, because then you won't, if you don't, you won't really know what the other person is thinking or how they feel about certain things. Also, compromising can be, you know, I don't like how he has basketball on all day. I don't really watch basketball that much, but now I watch it a lot because he watches it. So I compromise and I say, okay, well, I know the finals are. I'm going to sit here and just sit on the couch and watch it. I might ask a lot of questions, but, you know, I'm compromising to say, okay, well, I'll go ahead and do this because I know he likes it. And it's something that he likes to watch. So, you know, even in other aspects, even in your sex life too, this might not be certain things that you don't like to do or like, but because you know they like it, you try to do the best you can to make sure that, you know, they're still happy in the end.
Grow to love it. Like say, grow to love it. And a lot of people, it's going to be very vague. It's very crazy. People like sex. I'm telling you, it's a big thing. God made sex. I'm saying it's a really big thing. Let's be parents. I'm telling you this right now. Like, you know, God, it's a really big thing. Like, you know, 'cause it's the soul tie. God made sex to be good.
This is a wild question. Do y'all have to like plan when y'all gonna have sex? Cause
No.
you got a kid now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A personal favorite of mine. Well, I would love to like get a text and be like, hey, 7:39. It's on. But like majority of our time is spontaneous. We're feeling up to it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that I could work on is like, you know, getting her in the mood, because for women, foreplay starts outside the bedroom.
Yeah.
Tell them they're beautiful, you know, smack their ass as you walk by, you know, kiss them on the neck. Like, you have to start that early. You can't start it in the bed.
Too late.
Yeah, you feel me? She already sleepy, hair wrap. No,
You ain't
she in
giving
the
me no
bonnet.
signs
Like,
that you was trying to do this.
Exactly.
All right, so I feel like this has been a really, really good episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited for everyone to hear. I feel like I learned a lot. I
I
learned a
learned
lot
a ton.
from.
I learned a ton. They both dropped gems
Yes.
today.
It's good to learn from people who are somewhere that you want to be in the future. So I really appreciate you all for coming, especially for coming in person. Y'all are busy, very, very busy. So just thank you for, you know, penciling us on your mini calendars.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. And let our listeners know where they can follow you, where they can find you.
You can say all the platforms.
you can follow us on Instagram at Sincerely Sullivan. If you want some of our exotic places that we've been, and you just want content and want to just know where we went, you can follow us at TikTok at Sincerely Sullivan. It's the one with 13.4K followers.
Ooh.
But we also have created another TikTok. It's called Sincerely Sullivan Travels, where we help other couples travel. And we only specialize in couples. So if you're just somebody who want to travel, we're not the person for you. But Sincerely Sullivan Travels, and that's where you can DM us personally. We can help you travel to wherever you want to go, Bali, Bora Bora, Dubai, wherever you want to go. Just DM us, and we'll get payment plan for you and everything set up. But yeah, you can really follow us on that. We have a YouTube coming soon. It won't be like a podcast YouTube. It'll just be a YouTube where if you just don't want to keep watching the TikTok over and over again, like, you know, YouTube will help you out with some places we've been, and you can do your own research. But if you ever want to reach out to us and travel luxury with your significant other, please reach out to us. Sincerely, just type in Sincerely Sullivan, and we're on every social media. We're also on Facebook too for those older folks. But yeah, just follow us, and we'll definitely get back with you, and help you out plan your next dream vacation with your dream with your dream. To be honest, with your dream person.
You want to tell the people where they can find us?
Yes. Y'all can find us on IG at message24pod. You can email us some of your questions or concerns or just things you want us to talk about on Instagram at message24pod. be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're making sure we get the content out to you all. Hopefully the sound is clear. We want y'all to have the best experience. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. So you can find us on all of these different platforms. We are growing, so very exciting. I think I checked our YouTube. This is nothing crazy. I think we've gotten up to over 24 hours of watch time or whatever. So that's a full day. So I look at that as a good thing. Somebody's watching. So be sure to check us out.
All right. Well, if you're listening to this, they might not listen to this on a Wednesday. Either way, if you are listening to this on a Wednesday, you're halfway through the week. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time.